All right. Praise the Lord. Let the church say amen. Lisa, I want to give you a major shout out. I just looked at your part one on watch who you let around your children. And I must say, my beautiful sister, powerful video. You know what? If most of us men, sister, could understand that, and you know the Bible teaches us in all your getting, get an understanding. And I think that's one of the most problems in this world, sisters, that we do not get an understanding. And I want to just come back and respond with you on this from the man side. And everything you said in that video, I agree with 1,000,000%, because I have dealt with a few relationships like that. And you know, in my past relationships, sister, that's why your video hit home for me. I had my ex-girl at the time. I won't reveal her name, but she had 2 kids. She had a daughter and a son. And what I love most about her is that she wouldn't even let me go around her kids to almost a year. It was either 8 months to a year. And I respected that. And I respected that also because her children was by her husband. And her husband wasn't an abusive man. Her husband, I'm talking about, he used to beat her physically. And I got a lot of patience anyway, and she taught me a lot. And she taught me a lot about patience also. And you are so right, because there's a lot of crazy folks out here. And a lot of men don't care, just as well as a lot of women don't care, allowing anybody around their children. And I said this a long time ago. I was put in a situation that almost got my life ended a few years back. And I was dating this woman, didn't even know she was married. She had 4 kids, didn't know she was married. And one thing led to another. As I took her home one night, some crazy dude come up to my car asking me who I was, and he had a gun on him. And I didn't even know what to think. And then she told me, oh yes, I'm married. And I thought about what you were saying in that video, how so many times in our life we could have been dead behind something so foolish, and how many people are already dead behind, something so foolish. And when you let anybody around your kids, and those kids are right there in the middle. I like how you are with your son. Shout out to my boy, Big Mike. I hope he's looking at this too. The thing that's hard for me is when you got to look those kids in the eye and tell them why you're not with their mama no more. Because I had a powerful relationship I was in, but it wasn't connected spiritually. And that's why I'm back to like I am by myself, like you saying in your video. And I will stay, but let me say this real loud. I will stay by myself however the Lord leads me to. Because I'm not going to settle for any junk. I made up my mind a long time ago, and I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to settle for nothing less than what God wants me to have. If it's in God's will, fine. Because nowadays what's going on is drama. A lot of people can't be by themselves. I gotta have me. I know too many men. I gotta have me somebody. So they rather go out and just get anybody. And you got all these children in the middle. Some of them wish they had a daddy, and they gotta hurt. Like I was talking about in my old video, I guess about 4 years ago. I was talking about this woman I dated. Me and her daughter was just like she was my daughter. Because we had something about young women. I don't know what it is about the young women, the little young girls, how they cling to the male. It's something about that. I look at that even with my twin brother, how close his little baby girls are to him. It's something about that. They want that balance, and it's not there. And when it don't work out, oh, sister, when you start talking about that, you don't let anybody in your house, man, I'm going to tell you something, Lisa. I had a whole lot of women got mad at me when I did that video. I did a video called Women Quit Going After Thugs and Men Stop Going After Hoes. And they was mad at me for that video because I was talking about how some women allow any man each and every night to come in their house and lay up with them around their children. And then the children be wondering, who is this? Who is this man? And then what they're doing is killing that child as he's growing up, or she growing up, because they're gonna think it's cool to do the same thing they saw mommy do. And sad enough, daddy ain't even around. You have this stuff have gotten people killed. When I was listening at your video, I thought about this woman I used to work with and how she would allow anybody. She was blunt with it. She would tell you she's sleeping around. She would let anybody in her house. And one time she met this man off the internet, I believe. And this man, she thought this man was so good. Come to find out, this man was a convict, and he wind up messing with her little daughter. I believe her daughter was maybe 12 at the time, and she left him at home with her daughter. And he tried to make a move on her daughter, and I think he's dead now, if I'm not mistaken. But to make a long story short, when you allowing folks in your house and you don't know who these folks is, first of all, it's like you said, marriage is a covenant. See, we don't hear about marriage no more. It's all about, that's my baby mama or that's my baby dad. Ain't no marriage no more. It's just we together. We just doing whatever. What can you do for me? And I refuse, sister, to live my life like that. So I'm coming, from a different angle, from a man point of view, but at the same time, I'm agreeing with you fully, because I feel the same way you feel as a man, how you explained it from the woman's side. I tell any man, don't be around. You don't know that woman, man. First of all, a woman shouldn't allow you to be sleeping over there. And what's sad, sister, this is so-called Christians folks that do a lot of this. Christians also, shacking up, here go the biggest mistake, moving in together. That's the biggest, let me tell you something, that's the biggest mistake I ever made in my life when I was younger, moving somebody in. That's why JT keep his own crib. You go your way, and I'm gonna stay my way. See, I'm gonna say this again. Ain't no woman finna bring their bags and move in on JT. I don't care how fine she is or who she is. It's not finna happen, because that was my cry out to the Lord. I'm like you, sister. I learned. And when I learned, I was like David. See, I truly repented. I didn't say, Lord, forgive me, and then kept on shacking up that. No, when I said, Lord, take this away from me, deliver me out of this mess, the Lord did it. And JT been single a while. And one thing I loved about being single, love about being single, is that gave me time to get myself together. Get closer with the Lord, because at first I was just pretending. And I can respect the hell out of a woman when they tell me, I don't really want you around my kids right now. Matter of fact, I got to get to know you first. I'm the same way with a woman. I tell them, I have dated plenty of women with children, and boy, I done had some hell with that. But like I say, but my last relationship, I don't have nothing bad to say about that woman. She was a good woman. She just wasn't my wife. Let me say that again, because I like that. She was a good woman. She just wasn't my wife. A lot of times we are hooking up with people that God don't have them for us, But we try to make it work anyway, and we spend so much time going up against God. And next thing you know, you done wasted 5 more years out of your life, 10 more years out of your life, still doing the same thing. It come a time, people, where we got to grow up. Don't let any man around your children. Get to know them. But like I say, we get past that nowadays. You got a lot of desperate people out here. I tell people in a minute, I ain't desperate. I always tell my girl Al Rock when we be talking, I tell her all the time, I don't get bored. Now, I might get lonely at times, but I don't get bored. That's a big difference, because I do too much stuff to be bored. I tell people, yes, I got God, and sometimes I can pray, say, Lord, be with me here, but the Lord know I'm in flesh. The Lord know I be burning in my flesh sometimes, a lot of times. And I be praying, and then I man, I wish I could sleep around. Or I ain't gonna say wish, because I could. But I choose not to live that lifestyle. I choose to live this life for God, because my past lifestyle, that's all I was caring about, was shacking up and sleeping around. Looked like I was having fun, but like I say, I wasn't having, it just looked like it was fun. That was a road to destruction. And I'm glad that God delivered me out of that. So, sister Lisa, I love that video. I got to get ready to look at part 2 when I get back, but I love that video. And Nessa, I love your comment. You too, family, keep on lifting up each other, because next to God, all we have is each other. That's another reason why we are here, to lift each other up, to help each other, to encourage each other, to not beat each other down. But we see enough of that going on here. That's why I like my page positive and encourage people and all of these questions and things. This is a help to us. I love when I can ask Mitty Man something, PP drawing something. We all can talk like men, and you got, I love to see women getting along on here. You don't see that too much. I love how Nessa is encouraging you encouraging Nessa, everybody, man, that's dark and lovely Selmo too. I love to see women getting along like on her. This the only place I see women get along on, right here. And we have to just go on and just do right, people. If you keep on going after mess, that's what you're going to get. But I don't know about what y'all looking at, but nowadays, in this time, in this life right now, as I'm speaking, you got too many crazy men walking around here, too many crazy women also. It's on both sides. You got people that's killing each other because somebody told them they ain't going to be with you no more. Sister Lisa, that's why I fed you with that cussing. When you said the word shit and damn, and man, hey, I always tell people, sister, you can hurt somebody's feelings without even cussing. That's why I get past cuss word. I get so sick of people with all this mess. You focusing on, oh, she said a bad word or he said a bad word. And you got folks out here chopping folks' head off, murdering folks, shooting folks, killing folks, raping folks. Some people ain't gonna hear nothing you said because soon they, ooh, she said a bad word. Let me do you like you did me. Great, great, great video. Giving a shout out to Tiffany. T. Harvey, 77. Keep doing what you're doing. I love y'all. Y'all are doing an excellent job. I wish I could get some of these men to stand up like that. Come together. I believe we all could come together. The children would have a better shot in this life. A better shot at living in this life. But now, it's too many broken homes. It's too many single parents. Like you said in your video, a big shout out to all the single moms. This is why I always come on here and lift them up. And I pray extra harder for the single mom. You a good woman, sister. We are, let me say it like this. A lot of us are really good people. We just made some bad decisions. We made some bad decisions like Peter did. We made bad decisions like Paul did. We made bad decisions. Some of the women made bad decisions like the sinful women in the Bible. Peter wasn't perfect. JT far from perfect. That's why I always tell people get mad at me when I say, you can't keep the law if you try to because of this right here. So you can go on and on about that, but with JT, you can skip past me with that because no one could keep the law other than Christ. No one. No one was perfect. Sin free. I fell out of that category a long time. Let me get real. I fell out of that category at birth. To be walking around here sin free, no, that's why I got to stick close to the Lord. And men, if you're looking at this video, men, think about check out Sister Lisa's video. I know half of y'all ain't going to want to look at it no way, but it's always good to hear a woman's point of view as well as the man's point of view. So many men with their ego, their chest stuck out. I don't want to listen to no woman. She ain't got no business talking. She needs to remain silent. Learn the scriptures the right way. That video is uplifting to me, sister. And it made me think about some things I went through. Some terrible things that I went through. And I just thank God by his grace and mercy. I'm right here right now to this day. Like I say, I was put in a situation with a crazy woman. I almost got my head shot off, man. Crazy dude. She was still married. Still married and had a crazy baby dad. I didn't even know nothing about both of them. And after that, I had to dismiss them. And I was frustrated with life after that. But after a while, but it's funny how we think we can handle stuff on our own, but we really can't. Once we start trying to handle it on our own, that's where we make our greatest mistake at. We cannot live this life without God. So, sister, much love and respect to you. Keep on telling it like it is. This is your brother down here in D-Town, Dallas, Texas, JT, with much love. And tell my boy Big Mike peace, and I hope he's doing well, and everybody in your family. God bless each and every last one of you YouTube family. Keep on uplifting, and God bless.